Here's my theory with baby mamas. Problematic baby mamas. Once they see that they baby daddy's life did not go to shit the way that they hoped it did when they split, all hell will always seem to break loose. They will stop at nothing to make the father miserable, to make him jump through hurdles for his child, to be difficult at every moment for that father. Doesn't matter how good of a dad he is. Doesn't matter how unproblematic he is. They stop at nothing to make that father's life miserable. Why? Oh, and don't let that father move on with a good woman. Let's talk about it. You can 100% guarantee that the baby mama is almost never going to like the baby daddy's girlfriend and or wife. Especially if that wife or girlfriend cannot be manipulated with their tactics, because that girlfriend or wife ain't scared of you. You don't intimidate her. When she sees that that man that moved on with a good woman that wasn't her. And again, I'm only talking about the baby moms. Only talking about the baby moms that are not over the father of their child. The ones that lives are not going well since that breakup. They pretty much have a terrible life, but the father of their child has a great life. Those are the type of baby mamas I'm talking about, because I'm also a baby mom and I am very unproblematic. I'm a wife too, of course, but I had children before I was married. Very unproblematic. The bitter stuff has never happened with me, so I cannot relate to this. I just don't understand. When you guys split up, you move on. That's it. You just move on. Never in my life would I say, let me make this person's life miserable because I'm mad, because my life's not going well. Instead of making my life good and being a good mother to my children, I'm going to make the father of my children suffer for no reason. I will never be able to understand baby moms like that.
Pound Town has been shut down. I just read one of my comments on one of those posts, and a guy said, marriage is women's new hustle, and holy shit. I could not agree more, because seriously, one, they throw it back for you in the beginning, they lock you down, they pop out a couple of kids, which is like secondary insurance to the whole tying you down part. And then when they get the divorce after they hit amnesia from shutting you off, they collect the paycheck. They get the alimony, they get the child support, they get more than 50-50 with the kids, and more than half the time, they get the whole fucking house that you just busted your ass paying for the last 10 years. And what did she do? She took care of it or cleaned it up, maybe. But I totally agree that marriage is the women's new hustle. I saw a post with a female that said, ladies, you're doing it all wrong. She had 6 kids. She was 25 years old, around in in her 20s, mid to late 20s. 6 kids, 6 different baby daddies. And she said each one of them comes with a paycheck, and I wake up every morning and my bills are paid. I'm like, so that's what we're doing in these streets now? Like, we're like, y'all are a bunch of fucking trash pandas. And I know that not all women are like this, and the women that aren't, this video is not going to bother them because they know they don't fit into that category. But the women that do fit into the category, I think y'all need help. And I don't think there's any helping you, because it's like, that's just your way of life.
Sure.
Do you have a type?
I like muscle bound. I like, medium height. I like a man that's very masculine, in the way he carries himself. He's not like super communicative. Like, I believe like a real man is of a few words,
So what attracted you to my page?
Your looks, if I'm being honest.
You're attracted to somebody who's muscle bound. But if you meet a man who is health conscious and cares about his looks, that takes a lot of work.
It
right?
does.
Why do you think that a man who has put in that much energy into his health would be even attracted to somebody who aesthetically has not put the same work in for herself.
Oh shit.
So listen, he asked me if I had a type. I don't really have a type. I
Well,
go
you
off how a
did. You were
person
very
treats me.
specific. You said muscle bound.
I said what
muscle
I don't.
bound.
No. What I said was I don't like tall, skinny guys.
You don't.
Because
you told
I'm a
us what
big
you
girl.
didn't like. You said
I'm a
muscle
big girl.
bound, though.
I'm a big girl. We just won't go together.
A lot of the time, there's no
Yeah.
accountability. You have not been in the gym.
I have not.
I don't need your confirmation on that. I can
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah.
Man, this is
Why is it your job to make him feel better about himself?
Because I'm his wife and he wasn't feeling good. I love that man. I could have married a whole lot of different people. He's my love. He's my king. He's my man. Why would I not make him feel better? He made me better. I never would have been on TV without him. I love him. It was us against the problem. It's us against the fact that one of us just lost our job. It's us against the fact that it's us. We're not in opposition. We both win or we both lose. Period. End of story. It's his job to make me feel better. And it's my job to make him feel better.
I'm not sure why this is such a hard concept to understand. Modern women continue to try to get out of literal responsibility, literal vows that you took on the wedding day. I don't get it. It's so strange.
The men that y'all claim don't exist no more, I had that type of man. I had him, and I lost him because I was stupid, foolish, young, immature, possessive, mean, with a nasty attitude, ungrateful, entitled, and ignorant. I had a good man, and I lost him because I, first of all, was shocked that I even got somebody like that. I had never had nobody like that before. And I went into overdrive just doing stupid shit to try to control him and put my claws in him. And it was unnecessary because I had somebody who loved me for real and did not cheat. Loyal. Oh, loyal. If you got some man like that, please do the work. Be appreciative and be grateful. Don't be entitled. Do kind and nice things for him. Don't just be a taker. Give back. Respect him. Oh, respect him. Cause that man, baby, he gone. He with a new woman. And she looked happy as hell. She looked happy as I did when I was with him. I'm happy for her. You live, you learn. But I'm here to tell you, you guys always say, oh, there's no good men that don't exist. They exist, but they are rare. And if they came into your life, take this message as go get some therapy, go get some help, go heal, go work on yourself, and pour back into that man. Because a good man will wake up one day. Good men are not blinded to the fact that they are a wonderful person to be with. They just love your ass. And when they love you, they stay and they stay and they stay and they stay because they hoping you will get it together one day. They're not staying with you because they don't know that they're a good man and they may not be able to get anything else. Oh, baby, he know. He counting down on your clock. He counting down on your clock. So work on yourself. Don't lose no good man, because I'm going to tell you, they are rare. And since I've been out here in these streets, it ain't nothing for me in these streets. They all trash. That's all. That's the tea. That's the word. I hope I can help somebody today.
For sure.
Man gotta pay this and pay that.
Oh, no, I'm not changing on that.
Oh,
No
you ain't
negotiable.
changing
A
on
man's
that.
always going to be a provider and a protector for me.
So you
before-
would take a man who's a provider over a man that you actually like?
Yes.
Let me ask you, a man
Yes.
who's providing everything versus a
Yes.
man you have a genuine connection with, you vibe, it's your soulmate. It feels like
It's too much of a liability.
Whoo,
It's a
y'all hear
liability.
this?
Yeah.
Do y'all hear this?
It's a liability.
It's,
I might date the guy that I like, but if I have to choose between who's going to be able to be the better candidate, the man that's providing.
I love that you said that, because I try to tell these dudes all the time, like, the woman that you're with right now, she don't really like you. It's just that you're beneficial. Women marry men all the time that they don't really like, but it's like he would be a good provider for me and my family.
And a good
but they
husband.
don't really like him. and they go cheat with the pool boy and the dude that they do like.
No.
In due time, in a 5, 10, 15 year relationship, in due time, you're going to go want to have fun with that guy that you actually like. And you're going to do it. Look at you smiling.
No, listen, I'm going to say, personally, if I really like a guy, it's really like, whatever.
He ain't got to pay no money, huh?
Nah.
See, listen, I say that all the time, man. Listen, if a woman like you, you ain't got to spend nothing but your time with her.
It's just quality time.
But if I say it all the time, if she don't like you, if she see you like this, then to make up for it, you got to bring the money and bring the time.
Yeah, but I still make them pay for everything.
I get what you're saying, but let's get back to the first point though. If you really like him, y'all could be chilling at the park.
Yeah.
He don't gotta take you to the restaurant. He ain't gotta take you 5-star Tulum on the weekends. And see, look at her. Look how she's smiling. She thinking about dude she like right now.
I'm not. I don't even know that.
Who raised you? Who gave you the game?
I think the problem that people have with what you're saying is that you don't like the provider dude. And so eventually, because you don't like him with the way that modern women think today, you're going to go and cheat on him with a dude that you actually like. I don't think you're realizing that.
They think they're the head of household.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. And I'm glad you got it out, because I didn't want to say it. They want to take over and dominate the household. They want to be the alpha, but still somehow be the woman at the same time.
Why? Why would you want to be the head of household, but you want the man to be the man, the provider, the protector? How is this? It doesn't work. It doesn't match. And so I've seen this before where the woman wants to dominate every aspect of the household, including over the kids and everything else. And her say-so has to be the final say-so. But the man is supposed to be there to still be the man in the house. Well, that doesn't actually work that And his
way.
voice is not respected.
Not respected, yeah.
It does not work that way.
Yeah.
It cannot work that way, and it will not last that way. And if it does last, it's miserable, and the man will find an outlet.
Yeah, fact.
And I'm not saying that's a woman, but he'll be either just away from home or right outside in the back.
Yeah.
Feminism is the biggest scam pulled on women. They told us we were empowered, but what did we actually get? Stress, debt, burnout, trading our femininity for a paycheck while still expected to do everything else at home. Here's the truth. Feminism didn't set women free. It chained us to a masculine system we were never designed for. It told us to compete with men instead of thriving in harmony with them. We don't need feminism. We need to reclaim our femininity. That's where the real power and freedom has always been.
That girl was so amped up, she took her glasses off. She said, they need to see my eyes fully so they can understand I'm not playing with them.
A man who pays his own bills and handles his responsibilities is not afraid to be alone. What he is afraid of is investing his time and energy into the wrong woman, one who drains him, doubts him, and makes him feel more alone than the relationship that he currently has. He feels by himself. Whether he has it all or he's built it from the ground up on his own, a woman's role should be peace, support, and partnership and loyalty, not stress, games, and unnecessary pressure of a narcissistic feminist. He focuses on goals, healing, and his future, not being around a woman who doesn't want to grow with him. If you are not adding to his life, then you're a distraction. He wants loyalty, not lip service. He is not swayed by looks. He wants character. He is not moved by promises. He watches for consistency. If you bring chaos into his life, he will choose to be without you. If you bring confusion, he will walk away. You must come with the correct emotions to be a great teammate.
I just think, honestly, you're too stupid to understand them.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies and has been married twice before.
Don't you dare call somebody else dumb when you got with a woman with
3 baby daddies.
See, my boy Andrew be on here. He be on such a high horse all the time, talking down to these women.
Your wife has 3 baby daddies.
If we get to judge women based on their decisions, judge a woman's worth based on her baby daddies and her partner, we damn sure, as a collective, get to judge a man who gets with a woman with
3 baby daddies.
You couldn't find you a non-used up. You out here talking down to so many people.
Honestly, you're too stupid to understand them.
Your wife got
3 baby daddies.
Like I've said before, man, you got to take this L, man. You know, it comes for us all. There's no shame in that. It comes for us all. Sometimes it's happened to me. It's happened to everybody, man. Sometimes we get to talking a little bit too much trash, man or woman, and somebody just has a knockout punch. He just have a knockout punch. And I think in this specific situation, that was it.
No? Mom, dad. Is mom, dad? Look, Tisha, look. Get the fuck out of my bag.
Oh,
What?
shit.
Get the fuck out of my bag.
Oh, shit. Oh,
I'll say it once and I'll say it again. Y'all need to learn to start leaving people alone. Leave people alone. Y'all act like y'all don't have nothing else to do. Y'all all up in that woman's face. Leave her alone.
Kevin Samuels was right. I hate to admit that so much. But gotta give credit where credit is due. Kevin Samuels was right. Ladies, winter is coming. And last night proved to me that I need a man. For real. Because I almost died in my room. It was 30 degrees in Houston last night. My toes almost froze off. Unfortunately, we got to stop with this strong, independent bullshit because when it gets cold outside, we cannot cuddle up with our independence. Okay? Yes, I have an amazing blanket and central heat and all that stuff. I didn't turn the central heat on last night because I didn't know it was going to be so cold, but that's neither here nor there. The point of the matter is, I should have been cuddling up with my man. Okay? I should have been increasing my body heat when it was cold. But you know what I was doing? Laying my strong, independent, stupid ass in the bed by myself. Now, let me tell you something. I'm done being single. I've been saying this for months and I'm so serious. I am done being single. I want to love and cater on somebody with warm flesh. Okay? I want to honor and respect somebody who can keep me warm. I'm sorry. Y'all got this single shit by yourself. I am done with it.
Black women in particular, listen to me, listen well. I'm not your enemy. High value man ain't your problem. Feminism is your problem. And until you guys wrestle with the fact that you were used for someone else's benefit and come back to the table and sit down and talk to the men, because we're your only men, you won't be able to take advantage of what's next.
No one lies in order to, like... You don't know that. You can't falsify that.
Who cares?
Like, what?
Yeah,
like, no one's talking to you. Shut up. Why would someone...
Excuse me?
Excuse me? You're excused, ho. Why would someone lie to be trans when there's such a massive stigma and, like, you risk, like...
What's so shocking to me is he's so smooth with it. He's so smooth with it, like it's boom, 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 boom. Just serving it. Dang. Take the L and leave.
I mean, that's $2,240 that he's bringing home. Well, then if he pays $2,300 in child support, he now has $100 left over. I mean, it just doesn't add up.
And there's also the ability for him to pick up a job waiting tables one night a week or something to that effect to kind of help pay for this.
I mean, she makes good money. She's making $10,400 a month.
That video just proves that child support was not created in the best interest of the child. It was created, according to Congress, to reimburse the state. Now, you don't have to believe me. I'm going to go ahead and read it to you. So this is from the University of Chicago Law Review. The 11th Circuit held that Title 4D does not create enforceable rights on behalf of needy families with children because they are not the intended beneficiaries of the statute. The court reasoned that the primary purpose of Title 4D, which is child support, was to recoup the state's welfare expenditures on behalf of needy families by collecting child support from absent parents. While the AFDC, which is now, food stamps, program itself was intended to benefit needy families with children, Title 4D was intended to benefit the public treasury and taxpayers by reducing the present and future welfare rolls. They told you. They told you themselves. Child support was not intended for the child first. The primary benefit was what? To recoup the state's expenditures. So they want their money back. That's all it's for. Because you got to think about it from a common sense standpoint. When the father gets his check, and most of it's gone before he even sees it, while the mother, on the other hand, might be making twice as much, that's not justice. That's just modern day indentured servitude. And let's look up the etymology of justice while we're at it. The quality of being fair and just, moral soundness and conformity to truth. So think about it. They say it's for the child's best benefit, but if a man loses his license for falling behind, how is he supposed to work or get to work? If he's locked up, how is that helping the child? The penalties alone prove that the system isn't about family, it's about control. Real fathers want to provide and be there for their children, but this system turns very good men into debtors. And once you're in it, it feels like slavery with just paperwork. I got my child support case terminated. I studied the law, challenged the system the quote unquote right way, and now I teach other fathers how to do the same thing. So if you're tired of being squeezed by a system that profits off your pain, you don't got to stay there. I host classes once a month showing fathers how to fight back lawfully and get free. The next class is Saturday, September 18th at 7 p.m. Central. So DM me child support to reserve your seat. Bad on the date, it's actually October the 18th, which is next Saturday at 7 p.m. Central. So again, it's October the 18th, not September.
Do you see that? Do you see that right there? That is a grown-ass man that pays all the bills and he's still washing dishes. Tag your man and ask him why is he not washing fucking dishes.
Maybe because I don't want him to work all day to pay all the bills and to have to wash dishes. That is my job. If my man's already paying for everything, he's already taking care of everything, why should I expect him to wash dishes? That is the least I can do for him. That is the least. Yeah, you're right. Your caption was dead ass right. We are a team, which means I take as much of a load as him in other ways. If he's paying for all the bills and he's working every day, all day, I'm not gonna let him wash dishes. Are you kidding me? I would say, you know what? Don't touch it. Don't touch it. I will clean it up. I will cook. Don't move. I'll massage you. Because that's how you're supposed to treat the man you love. Don't make him wash dishes. Are you kidding me?
Have you ever noticed how the same woman who called you amazing when things were good, all of a sudden when things are bad, she's calling you toxic or narcissistic? That's the thing that most men miss. After my 10 years of marriage, fellas, and attending marriage counseling out of those, 8 out of the 10, I learned that when someone paints you as horrible in their mind, it's rarely ever about who you actually are. I want you to sit on that. It's about what they need to believe in their mind so they can live with their decision. And here's the psychology behind all of it. The first thing is cognitive dissonance. Right now, she knows deep down you had value, presence, and authority. But leaving someone like that creates that internal conflict, right? If he was such a solid man, why did I walk away? That's what's going through her mind. So to quit that conflict, she has to exaggerate your flaws and minimize your strengths, guys. That's how she rewrites the story in her mind to make herself the hero, not the one who fumbled. Number 2, ego protection. Accepting that she might have self-sabotaged something good would crush her pride. So instead of taking accountability, she creates a narrative where she's escaping toxicity. That lets her feel strong instead of ashamed, right? Number 3, control of the story. By labeling you the abusive one or psycho or narcissistic, she flips the dynamics. She becomes the victim and you become the villain. And I know this is played out very well when divorce happens. You'll have friends that you shared mutually, and then all of a sudden when the divorce is over or occurs, all of those friends that you created now side with the female. See, that framing helps her to feel justified, even if she knows deep down that, those narratives are not accurate. Number 4, emotional avoidance. See, convincing herself you were the problem saves her from facing her own instability and manipulation or immaturity. It's easier to demonize you than to heal herself. So she's not trying to convince you that you're horrible. She's trying to convince herself. Think about it. Because if she admits the truth that she broke something real, she would have to face the guilt and loss and regret. And right now, she doesn't have the maturity or the stability to handle that. See, the best move that you can make, fellas, is to continue to get into the gym, continue to strive and focus on your purpose, and just leave that person alone to heal. Nothing exposes a false narrative faster than watching the villain, the quote unquote villain, thrive in peace and purpose.
Feminism sold us the biggest scam of our generation. They told us we were empowered. But what did we actually get? Burnout, debt, stress, a double life where we work like men and still carry the entire home on our backs. And here's the truth nobody's talking about. Feminism didn't set women free. It trapped us in a masculine system that we were never designed for. They told us to compete with men, to lead like men, to talk, think, act like men, and now we're exhausted, we're disconnected, resentful, and wondering why nothing feels right. We don't need more feminism. We need to reclaim the femininity that was stolen from us, because that's where a woman's real power has always been. In softness, in harmony, emotional intelligence, intuition, influence, not in becoming a copy of the men we were created to complement. If you want to break free from this conditioning and learn how to step back into your feminine design, the design that brings peace, love, protection, and real freedom, that's exactly what I teach inside the Feminine Reset. Comment feminine and I'll send you the link.
A lot of times, the women are upset because the guy that they want to chase behind them aren't chasing them. All the time, the men that they want to chase them don't see them. A lot of girls are in relationships with men that are good men, but they genuinely believe that there's a better man out there looking for them. I'm being honest. There are a lot of women right now who are in great relationships with decent guys who overvalue themselves, thinking that there's someone out there looking for them.
Because they feel like they can keep hitting that reset button.
But again, it's delusion.
I think it's crazy how it's deemed as popular for men to have multiple sexual encounters or sexual partners, when in reality, it's not. Sex affects men more than it affects women.
Is it a trend to get on the internet and say whatever dumb thing comes to your mind? And I've been noticing lately how y'all have been trying to flip everything, how y'all been trying to reverse all of the roles so that you can shamelessly do what men have always done, which has never been conducive for women. But y'all think we don't see it. We see it.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. Nails, your hair, all that shit, wax, your eyebrows, eyelashes. Y'all supposed to have that shit under control. A nigga's supposed to help with real shit. Your maintenance to yourself, you supposed to have that. If you don't got that, a nigga shouldn't even be dealing with you. If a nigga gotta pay for your nails, your hair, your eyelash, your wax, nigga shouldn't even deal with you. You're broke. You broke. And don't come up here and be like, oh no, I just be wanting him to pay for it. No, you pay for it. That's your maintenance. That's your self-care. That's your self-love. Like, you do that for you. And when there's bills and real shit going on, then he could come in and step in and help you.
If you're broke, you should not be dating. And this goes for men and women. If you require a man to take care of your nails and your hair and your basic maintenance because you cannot, baby, you should not be dating. If you require a man to take care of your hair, your nails, and your basic maintenance because you just feel like that's his obligation, baby, you should not be dating. For those of you who are new here, I am a certified life coach. I specialize in love and relationships, self-development, and finances, and I have been doing so for close to a decade. Now, if a man decides that he wants to take on the responsibility of your upkeep and of your maintenance, cool. All the more power to you. Knock yourself out, sis. But this should not be your requirement in looking for a man. And see, this is a problem that occurs with a lot of women when it comes to dating. Is you have these very materialistic, you have these very fickle requirements. And so what happens is when a man fulfills that, you end up missing out on the things that actually matter in a potential husband. You miss out on character, you miss out on integrity, right? You're not paying attention to the things and the traits that will display that this man is the type of man that you actually want to be in relationship with, or you actually want around you. Because you're so focused on the stuff that social media tells you that you should have in your relationship as opposed to the stuff that you actually need. Let me tell you something. Any man I have ever dated, I have ever engaged with, who spent money on whatever, who bought me whatever, typically were not good people. Now, if you're cool with that, you cool with someone mistreating you, you cool with someone disrespecting you, baby, knock yourself out. Get all your hair and nails done, all the bundles in the world, baby. But if you are not, my suggestion is figuring out what it is that you want in a partner. Figuring out what it is that you want from a relationship. Until then, I just stop dating, baby. Go read a book or something. Stay safe.
Oh yes, a little known secret about women and their exit strategy. And this is, I'm laughing, but it's not a good thing. Women who want to leave a relationship, and by the way, it's women who file for the divorce way more often than the men do. Just FYI. In fact, with college-educated women, I believe the statistic is about 93% of the time they file for divorce rather than their husbands. So the structure in a girl's brain when she goes into an exit strategy is that she will be long down that road before the guy has any idea, typically. And that's why it's hardly ever women that come home to a house that's been emptied out and a note on the counter that says, I'm leaving you. That's something men go through.
I mean, once again, women in general do things covertly. Men know that. Men just have other things that they're doing. So a lot of this stuff they're not paying attention to. I mean, it's not rocket science, right? So, yeah. Be careful out there, gentlemen, which, by the way, they are, because a lot of guys are not getting married. So this won't be happening to them because they're not in relationships. So there's that.
If you talking seriously about being with me, ain't no obstacle in front of me, ain't no club in front of me, it ain't no job I am your job.
They say men want to lead, but in Japan, most men don't even manage their own money. In a lot of Japanese and Korean households, the man gives his entire income to his wife, and she gives him back a fixed allowance. That's it. He gets pocket money, kind of like he's in high school. Now, depending on where you're from, this might sound insane or totally normal. But here's what I find fascinating. It's not just about money. It's about control, trust, and tradition. Over there, managing the money means managing the household. And in a lot of cases, the woman's in charge. She makes the budget, she plans for retirement, she tracks the savings. She decides when they upgrade the car. It flips the whole narrative. Over here, men are expected to provide and manage and plan. But over there, they work, they provide, and they let go of the control. So it makes me wonder, is it really about who makes the money or who controls it?
Why would a man care about that? This is only proving to you guys that men don't need to have control of the money to function. You want the cash? Take it. Give me a little money. I'm going to show you that it's not a big deal. Oh, he's financially mishandling you. He's handling all the money. You don't see none of that money. Oh my God, girl, what are you doing in that relationship? But you flip it around and now you're giving him the allowance. Do you hear him complaining? No. Like you just said, and like people have said in the comments, this has been happening for centuries. For centuries. Give me what I need, I'm gone. Give me what I need, I'm going back to work. Give me what I need, I'm going to use it. That's how most men function. Y'all keep on thinking that men got to have control over everything. They don't. Just let me know what's up. We good. Just give me what I need. We good. This is not a power struggle. I know what I'm capable of. I know what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm going to do that.
Now that she is washed up, she wants to raise her standards.
May trigger some people, but this is just where I'm at and how I'm approaching dating at this stage in my life, especially as a single mom and someone who's really intentional with my energy. I've decided that I don't do the whole boyfriend, girlfriend thing anymore. To me, that language, guys, it feels a bit high school. I'm not interested in being anyone's girlfriend. What I'm interested in is being a wife. And for me, it doesn't make sense to give someone exclusive access to me unless there is a formal, tangible commitment. As in, I am engaged or married. Think about it. When you go to a doctor's office and you fill out a form, you only ever see 4 options.
Is dating going to be hard for this woman? Yes. She's a single mom. The men she'll typically desire don't want that liability. She looks like she's over the age of 35 years old. She still looks very good for her age, which will lead men to believe throughout her life. Tons of men have been pursuing her, which typically means she's had a lot of experiences with men, which means she comes with trauma, and she'll most definitely compare you to her previous experiences. And because she's finally came to the decision to finally want marriage after all of her experiences, men are learning that those women are aware that they are running out of time, which means the only reason they want a marriage is to find someone to sponsor the rest of their life because they can't do it themselves, because biology doesn't work out for her when she begins to close in on old age. So dating is going to be very hard for these type of women.
Also with us is Linda, who says she wants all of this but will not settle. She's 48, as is Sharon, who we were talking to earlier, says she wants a man right now, but not just any man.
Same thing.
All of these women will suffer and struggle to find a man that is willing to accept them after they wasted their good years. And sadly, a lot of these older women don't want to lower their standards to the level of their current perceived value. So their struggle to date won't be because of men, but because of their own miscalculations of how they rate themselves and what they can offer the man they desire. But you may be asking, what's so bad about women's past that makes them undesirable later on in their life?
I think I made 2,000 tonight. Okay, period. My name is Lola. I think I made about 1,200 tonight. Period. My name is Fan. I think I made maybe like 500-600 tonight.
My name is Maya, and I think I made about 4,000 tonight.
Period.
They were doing whatever God knows what with their body and digital footprint that most men won't commit to. These women recognize that their youth and beauty can make them entrepreneurs, and they can stabilize themselves financially and prolong motherhood and marriage. And when they can no longer compete, there will be some simp waiting to take care of them at the end of their hoe phases. But creators like myself will care about the fate of his fellow men and women. These women will struggle to date because we keep exposing their exploitations, and it's beginning to make it very hard for them to find a man. So when a woman submits to her income, it's impossible for her to submit to a man.
How do you nicely tell a woman that she need to shut up?
You know how we girls can talk? We can just cut each other off and be like, oh my God, did you ever go to the mall?
Yeah.
And girl, yes I did. But anyways, remember that? Like we can just talk like that and we can connect the dots. Men don't work like that. They have to work. They have to like walk through the journey. So a lot of times we're itching because we like, get to the point.
Yeah.
Like what you,
My wife
get
say
to
that
it.
all the time.
But if you can just be quiet for long enough, this is what I did with my husband. I'm like, oh my God, I'm getting to know him just by being quiet. Just by letting him have the conversation. I don't just say this because it's popular. I say it because I am in experience of it. When I decided to be quiet and just listen, even if it feels like it's not going nowhere, I'm starting to get his perspective. I'm starting to understand him. I'm starting to hear his background. I'm starting to hear his emotional temperament. I'm starting to hear how his day went. I'm starting to hear how I can cater to it. Like you're beginning to like actually hear your man, because what we do a lot of times in marriage as women, we're trying to shape them through our conversations. We're trying to make them like, we're trying to force them to feel a way, force them to say things like we're completing sentences for them. No, sis, let him finish it.
Yeah.
Let him scramble for some time. But it's a perfect way to get to know them. So
I want somebody who supports me and loves me unconditionally.
How are you going to get that? Yeah, you're just living your life, and look where that's led you. To be single, 28, doing some pre-med bullshit.
Well, it's because I want to be single. If I wanted a boyfriend, I could call somebody right now.
She said, I want a man to provide. What is she doing right now? She's developing a career so she can provide for herself instead of finding a man that's going to provide for her.
Shit.
So what you need to understand is she needs to learn different skills, because the current skills that she's learning are bullshit because they're not serving her goals. Career isn't bullshit. It's that she's misaligned her priorities, her goals, and her actions. That's why her life is chaotic and she doesn't see it.
What makes you be able to say that that's bullshit?
Because her goals, aka I want a man to provide for me and be married, aren't aligned with her actions, which is I'm going to provide for myself and have a career.
Thank you.
Women don't ignore men they like. So if she's ignoring you, it's a signal she's not that into you. Trust me, we don't ignore the men we are crazy about.
Men must really be benevolent, because what you're appealing to right now is that there's such a sense of morality in society that men will never grab all the fucking women off the street and put them in cattle carts and send them to breeding camps, even though they could. That sure seems awful fucking nice of men.
But you know why they don't?
That sure seems really fucking benevolent of men.
I don't think that that's benevolent. I think that's like the lowest bar of human decency, that they're not keeping slaves.
You know what's really funny about that argument? A woman said this to me once, and I thought about it for a second, and I realized something really important. That when you have power over the most vulnerable in society, in this case, children, you fucking abort them. And so the thing is, like, I do think that we're pretty benevolent. I think that like 1.5 million aborted babies a year is pretty malevolent, and I think that
I would disagree.
I think that when you have the power over life and death, you fucking, and when we have the power, and we do collectively over life and death, we liberate. And I do think that that's benevolent, and I think that that's part of men's nature, and I do think that you have to appeal to us for all of your rights.
Why do you think women want revenge so much in a divorce? Oh, that's totally easy. A 40-year-old woman who's got, let's say, 2 kids has almost no money value on the open market of relationships, and she's got a very slim pool of people to pull from for future dating and or marriage. A man who's 40, completely attractive, can date anybody from 20 to 70, and the giant pool is there for him to have as much fun as he wants, and she knows that she's going to be competing with that 20-year-old and other 40-year-olds and other 50-year-olds and 70-year-olds for all the 40-year-old men that she wants to date. So a completely selfish reason. 100%. 100%.
What do you want from a man?
I want a man who wants to build something together.
You want the 50-50 chicks. Okay, good luck with that.
50-50?
Meaning you want a partnership.
No,
Yes?
I want his money.
You want his money.
Yeah,
To do
I
what?
want to build with his money. My money is the backup plan.
Hold on. You're not hot enough for that.
Oh.
I mean, honestly, you want his money. I wish you would go tell somebody with money that you want it. Are you that hot at 35?
Inside and out?
No, that's all that matters is outside first.
Okay, outside, yes.
No. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
A 4.
You think there's a hot 4?
Yes.
So, how long you been on the planet Earth?
Let's have a serious conversation.
I'm
here,
having
Kevin,
a serious conversation. I don't play on my show.
Right.
Where do you rank yourself? That's what I asked. You said a 4, and I said, are there hot 4s? You said yes. Who became unserious or obnoxious first?
And also, I'm going off of the fact that you said I'm not hot. So
But I'm asking you, what would you rank yourself?
But this is your show.
But that's not what I asked. See, now we're getting to it. And I just asked you simple, straightforward questions that you say you've heard me ask. But look at how you're responding.
Right. Defensive.
Yeah. You're not hot enough for that.
A broke woman who makes no money, struggles to pay her rent and typical basic bills every month, calls men that can't send her to get her nails done a brokey or sassy. Delusion.
A man knows that you don't respect him because there's no peace in the relationship. You think that he's not loving, not pleasant, not kind, not giving. No, he is reacting to the disrespect. We all know that men would rather be respected than loved. And to a man, love without respect is straight up fake. When you respect him, he thrives. When you speak into him, trust his decisions, acknowledge his effort, he will love you endlessly. When he feels disrespected, he shuts down, he pulls back his kindness, he is not pleasant, and he will not give you the best of him. So if your man is moving wild right now and the relationship feels cold and there's no peace, check the respect first. That's because he knows that you don't respect him. And when a man feels that way, the love doesn't matter anymore. Women stay for love and men stay for respect. So if you want his love, start with respect.
You really want to know if he's masculine? He wants every part of you to himself. And if you have a problem with that, you're more insecure as a woman than he is as a man. For a man to want every part of you is exactly what intrinsically a woman does want. To want it is to take care of it, like as if it was his. That's where eventually you start dealing with something like, what if he's insecure and he's just possessive because of those things? For a man to want all of you is the one thing a woman really wants. To push that away because of how you perceive it is exactly a product of your immaturity. And if you don't address that and you resort to his insecurity, you're starting in the wrong place. If I want that, then where's my distance with it? Because it's intense. It's a lot. I would hope so, because you deserve that kind of protection. And if you don't feel connected to that, you will see nothing but a projection of your insecurities onto him.
It may be a little controversial to some of you, but I could not agree with this message more, because this is the aspect of psychology. Not only when a man, wants certain things from his woman, whether he is territorial, whether he is possessive, whether he just wants her all to himself. This aspect of communication is the same thing that applies with work, with everywhere else. Whenever you ask someone else to do certain things, or you demand certain things, or you hold them accountable, and the other person now turns it around and makes it about you, how insecure you are, how bossy you are, they could throw all these labels at you. All they're doing is they're projecting their own shortcomings onto you because they refuse to take full responsibility of what they cannot provide for you. Listen to that again, because they cannot acknowledge the full responsibility of their own shortcomings of what they're supposed to give or do with you.
They start feeling boxed in, like they can't do the things that they used to do. And really, that's a good thing, because it causes you to straighten up. That's what some of these women are talking about when they said, I had a good man and I didn't know it and I ruined it. I thought he was controlling. I thought he was this. I thought he was that. But his focus is on you and you don't understand it. So you think that it's controlling. A man is watching your every move. A man, his goal a lot of times is efficiency. His goal a lot of times is effectiveness. Y'all in effective communication, but you don't like direct, blunt communication. You want the man to whisper in your ear. You want him to hug you and pat your head and kiss you on the forehead and do all of this other stuff, which is fine. I'm just saying the things that you say that you want, you don't actually want. You don't actually want the full power and the full love of a man. You can't handle it. And that's why they say you can't handle the truth. When you say, oh, I want the truth, tell me the full, unfiltered truth. Tell me, oh, don't sugarcoat it. And when a man tells you, you break down crying. You can't handle the full strength. And we're not talking about physical. We're talking about everything. You cannot handle the full strength of a man. It's too intense for you. Men are very dangerous creatures in all facets of their life. Everyone. Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of it. A man's mind is so focused and intense sometimes that you literally have hunters. I mean, some of these brothers are drinking blood. They're drinking blood as a ceremony, as a you got your first kill. I talk about hunting now. Just talk about hunting animals. Just sanction hunting, YouTube. We're gonna drink it as a ceremony, and it's just what we do. Oh, that's gross. That maybe to you it is, but in our psyche, it's a rite of passage. This is what we do, right? And I'm just using that as an example to let you know that men, the disgusting parts of it, the gross, absolutely nasty parts of it, a man looks at it and he's got to put his hands in it. He's got to pull it out. Now, what is this? Whether safe, unsafe, his mind in that moment has to look at it. I got to get this off. I got to get this off. But I'm looking for this. I got to fix this. So a man has to process in his brain. He can't be like, oh, I don't like that. I'm not going to do it. I've got to walk through danger. I've got to walk through fire. I've got to swim and conquer the depths of things that I know are freaking dangerous. They could kill me. I can't tell you that because you wouldn't understand. I can't let you know that because you would want to make it right. Oh, you shouldn't have to do that. Nobody should have to do that. They shouldn't. They shouldn't. But if they didn't, then you wouldn't be here. They shouldn't. But if they didn't, then this house of yours wouldn't be here. That car that you drive wouldn't be here. A little job and those little mocha frappes that you get, you wouldn't be getting those. I'm not entirely sure that you would even be here yourself. I don't know what you'd be doing. I don't know what kind of world we would have if not for me going out there and conquering the dirtiest, nastiest, scariest parts of life. But you guys don't really want to see that. You want to see the polished man. You want to see the pretty boy. You want to see the good-looking guy that's got his hair in a nice place. He's got his suit on. He's 6'4". He's got a six-pack. He's fit. He's got money. He knows how to talk. He's a regular Casanova. He's suave. He's, what do they say, debonair. He's so handsome. Muy guapo. He's so fine. Hola, Bobby. You like all that other stuff. You don't like the nasty, dirty, grimy, yucky man. Too intense for you. He's too much for you. He's overpowering. What y'all don't understand is those guys that are Chads and Tyrones, they're nasty too. They can get dirty too. They just dress it up for y'all because they want something from you. Those guys that are rich and they got the high value status or whatever, those guys can get pretty dirty too. They can get pretty grimy too. They've already done it. But for you guys, they soften it up a bit because they know you can't handle the true power of a man.